Our concentration, starting with practice on December the 26th, was far better than it had been in several weeks, almost the whole month of December, excluding the Illinois game, which was December 2nd. There had been a let-up by everybody. And we were able to get their attention very quickly on December 26th. We added a few reminders of the importance of playing our defense, and our players took that to heart. Came into tonight's game having had 4 very good practices and had worked very, very hard, and it showed. You know, we didn't get off to a great start offensively, but we didn't fall behind either because we were stopping them. And then eventually we started to make our shots and pull away. By halftime we were up 20, and midway through the second half we were up 30. And I think the guys hopefully understand the message is very, very clear that to be successful you have to play really hard, you have to run the court really fast, and you got to play great defense and rebound the ball.
Mentally, how much did they need this going into Saturday?
I think it was huge. It's not just going into Saturday, it's just, you know, we lost 3 out of 4 games. And maybe one of them, the Providence game, was against a very high-level opponent. But the other 2 losses was clearly a lack of defensive effort. And that impacted our offense as well. We're not very sharp offensively because tonight we did, I thought, everything well offensively except make our free throws. So our free throw shooting was subpar, but everything else I thought was very good.
You said on the 26th you gave them some reminders. What did you tell them on the 26th, or what did you do on the 26th?
Exactly what DeAndre Burnett said. You don't get back, we stop practice and everybody runs. And when Angel Rodriguez didn't get back, we stopped practice and ran. When Omar Sherman didn't get back, we stopped practice and ran. I said, you can either play basketball or we can just spend the whole time running. Because you're either going to run back on defense or you're going to run for sprints.
How long did it take them to get that message?
Well, the message was delivered for 4 straight practices.
Was your concern on defense the effort? I mean, it wasn't anything strategically that they were, or where they winded up.
You can't execute until there's effort. So it's hard to judge execution when you're not getting back in the team. Providence College had 20 fast break points. 20 to our 5. And we lost by that many points. We lose by 14, and we got outscored 20-5. So in one category of the game, it's like there's so many separate categories. Fast break points, right? Out of bounds plays. Who scores more on an out of bounds play? Like tonight, we ran an out of bounds plays twice in a row and scored both times. So that makes you feel good. And then the opponent ran a bunch of out-of-bounds plays and you stopped them. So in that category of the game, free throw shooting, we made 14 free throws, they made 6. So we didn't foul them a lot, despite the fact that we had guys in foul trouble. Omar ended up fouling out, right? Did Omar foul out? And Tanya had 4. So, no, Omar had 4 as well. So you need to be careful you don't end up in foul trouble. So you have to beat them in the free throw game. And then rebounding. We're not a very big team. So that category is very important to us. We have to have a bunch of guys rebounding. So we beat them 39-38. That's not indicative of the score. Because you see the score, we led by 30 for a good portion of the game, yet they were able to battle even. They got more offensive rebounds than we got offensive rebounds. So those are all categories that we're emphasizing to our players that you have to be good enough to outscore the opponent.
Coach, it seems like the past 4 or 5 games have been pretty spaced apart. Is that difficult for a team trying to find rhythm?
It's very, very challenging in December for everybody because you have final exams, you have tournaments where you travel a good bit. I think one of our challenges that I don't think we handled very well was we did great on the road trip, 11-day road trip, and came back undefeated. But when we got back home, we thought like, oh, now I can relax, we're at home. And when you relax like that, and we call it game mode, where you're not really in the mindset of I've got another game and I got to play really hard like I have for the last 10 days. We came back and said, now I can rest. And one of the things that happened is that in that first game we got ahead 24-0. I thought the game was over and we rested right in the middle of the game. And that's not good. And you have to remember we have 9 new guys. We're trying to figure out a proper rotation, who subs for who, and can we play small? Do we have to develop more size? All these things are hugely important, and it takes time to do it. And November and December are supposed to give you time. Now, I don't know, 10-3, how does that rank in terms of a non-conference record?
It's your best non-conference record that you've been in. Most wins.
So that's a positive, but the league is so good. I mean, just look at the top 25 and you see all ACC teams. You got Virginia, you got Duke, you got Louisville, you got Notre Dame, you got Syracuse. I mean, all these teams are very, very high-level teams.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.